Hey, this is John with Washam Development, here again with another video about SkiaSharp. We've gone through an introduction, we've gone through the basics of just drawing a shape onto the canvas that we have created. So from the last video, at that point, this canvas is now going to have a circle drawn onto it. But part of the whole point with this proof of concept or sandbox that we've got going on here is we want to be able to see what is going on here. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to get what they call an SK image. The surface has a method called snapshot. Essentially what that's doing is it's, you might think of it like it's flattening down all of these things that you have drawn onto the canvas, and it's as if it's taking a snapshot with a camera of that canvas and what has been drawn on that. Do note that the order that you draw things, if you draw a circle and then a triangle, the triangle will be on top of it, and then this snapshot is going to be taking it from the top, so you're going to see that triangle on top there. And so that's what we get right here from taking a snapshot of the surface. What that is going to then give us, it's going to give us this image, but now we've got to get this into the form of SK data. So we're going to take the image and we need to encode the image in some format. So SK encoded image format. We'll just go ahead and let's make this lossless so we don't lose any information. For some reason you do still have to give it a quality even though it's a ping. So that gives us the SK data that we need. And then the last thing, let's go ahead and we're going to create a memory stream. Not that, I want just a normal memory stream. Control period on that, and we need to use system.io. So we've got that going now, so let's create the new memory stream. So we've got this data and we're going to send it, make it into a byte array. So to array. Great, so now we've got a byte array in that memory stream. Okay, so a PictureBox can contain a bitmap. So let's just go ahead and create a bitmap. And to create this bitmap, you can pass in a stream. So we'll go ahead and pass in the stream. And there we go. So we can then, so now at this point we need to find that picture box, and we are simply going to define the image property to the bitmap that we've just created. Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire this up. Hit F5, and when we click our button, there we go. Yeah, so you can see it's actually kind of jagged around the edges. So remember we talked about the anti-aliasing. Let's put this here, is anti-alias is true. This is another beautiful thing, is when you've got such a small project like this as a proof of concept, it's really quick to build and launch it. Yep, and there we go. So it's a lot less jagged than it was before. So that's really handy. Just another note here is if you wanted to fill the circle, you can do that with the paint.style. So now it's actually going to fill in that entire box with whatever color that we set there, which is blue. So there we go. So now we've got our sandbox ready to go. We've drawn a circle onto it. We've kind of talked over the basic concepts of the surface, the canvas, using a paintbrush, then drawing a circle or drawing other shapes, simple things like that. You have to create an image. You can make that into the SK data. You need to encode that image into some sort of format. You can do like JPEG if you wanted to have a smaller file size. Create your memory stream, make that into a byte array, and then in this case we're just creating a bitmap. Of course you can save this to a file or do anything else once you've got this byte array here. Almost limitless options here. So we will continue on. We'll talk about writing out text in a font and more.